Welcome to MTBXP. I'm David. Today, internal routing. I'm gonna tell you what, after trying it, hate this stuff, man. Look, I get my housing, I'm trying to route it through the bike, and you're pushing through, and all of a sudden it comes to a big old hole, right? And then you start notice that the tube intersects the other tube at the weirdest angle possible. So now your rigid housing is trying to make this weird bend inside in which you can't fish it out and try to pull it through. So what you have to do, you have to pull out the housing, wrap it with something that's attached to a string, and then go out the other end, run that through. Now I have to use magnets. I'm using everything in this house to try to figure out a way without actually buying another tool, which of course there's another tool that you have to buy. That's, I don't know how much this thing is, 50 bucks? And now you have to route this thing through using that. Of course, it's gonna make the job easier, or I can just take it to the bike shop, pay my dollars, and walk out with an internally routed bike. But when it's 9 o'clock at night and no one's open, you gotta figure things out yourself, right? So that's the thing. It's great on paper. It looks great, right? You're gonna run this thing through. It looks amazing. You have no cables on the outside of your bike. It looks nice. And then that's really all what the effort is for, right? It's all cosmetics. I have no problems. I can zip tie these cables on the outside. In fact, it's even better if I ever have to do maintenance on this bike. Snip the zip ties, take off the wires, you're good to go. Now with internal routing, you gotta make sure that you put the housing in, but don't forget to get the order right, because you need the housing, the little rubber stopper, the rubber guards that go inside the frame, because if you don't put those things, what's gonna happen is that those cables are starting knocking against your frame. And as you're riding and they start knocking against your frame, you're gonna start looking for the parts of the trail that have exposure so that you can ride yourself off of that trail, because that tapping is so annoying. But your bike is really gonna look nice with all the internal routing that's on it. So with that, here's a video, me routing some internal cables on my bike using just stuff I found around the house. So to route this thing through, here's what you're gonna need. You're gonna need a screw or something magnetic. You need a magnet. So what I have is a stud finder. Paracord. What you're gonna need with the paracord is taking out one of the internal threads of the paracord to tie around the screw, or whatever this thing is, whatever you're choosing for this is gonna be. And then some electrical tape to then tie the string to the housing so that you can pull it through. You're really just going to be running Romex cable through conduit. If anybody has that experience, that's exactly what you're going to be doing. Take the bolt, feed it right through.